again after several months on a little bit of a break or a hiatus. And I don't even know what happened. If you said what happened, where you been for the last 3 or 4 months?
Well, you're busy.
I'm busy. That's all I could say.
I mean, you should really give the credits of, your basic breakdown the last few months, where you've been, the stuff that you do that would ingratiate people into wanting you to be their work comp guy.
Well, it's hard to explain to my wife, too. It's like, where you been the last 2 weeks? I go, I don't even know. It's just, I've been busy.
And she sees you every day.
She sees me every day. That's exactly right.
You're here, but you're not here.
You're not looking at me.
It's nice to have a wife that can screen you out when she wants to. Like, you can do whatever you want in the house and she doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's not bothered by you.
Actually, she's just the opposite. It is like, hey, did you lock the front door? Hey, did you take so it's always.
So when you're around, she's
very aggressive about all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So it's the opposite of what I was saying.
Oh, it's just the opposite. Yeah. So she doesn't really tune me out. Sometimes it's like just a little bit too much.
So if you come in, she feels empowered.
Oh, that's exactly.
She's got someone to boss around.
It is. It's exactly right.
And now do you cater? I talked about this yesterday with one of my buddies. Says never put anything in a dishwasher. Never. If they see that you can put something in a dishwasher, you're going to be required to do that in the future.
Laundry is worse. Do not even try to attempt to put stuff.
No, I don't do laundry.
I just throw everything in there.
There's no way that I would touch laundry.
That's how I get out of doing laundry. You start throwing the whites and the black.
Ruin her clothes.
You just let it go. You never do laundry again. So I didn't realize it was that easy.
Well, I know that you've had a lot of things going on in your life. So for you to be able to pull off your work comp business plus have your car stolen, go on trips, make podcasts, get new sport coats, it's not easy. It's not easy to be Duke.
That's kind of a full-time job without even doing my job. Just kind of keeping up with
just
all
being
that
you.
Oh, golf course has been closed.
What?
Our golf
closed
course since April of last year.
But there's other courses.
Yeah.
You won't go to a different course?
Yeah, of course I will, but it's now finding the time.
Right.
You become spoiled when you.
Do you have your clubs in the house where you can see them at all times? You can looking at them.
I got them in my golf cart.
In the garage?
The golf course is in the garage.
Right.
So if you want to play, you just get.
Do you ever go out there and just hold them, just to feel good about the day?
When I just got a new set. And
really?
I left them in the living room because I couldn't play golf, just to stare at.
Yeah.
Just to kind of
look at it. You don't I was thinking about buying a classic car, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to buy the front end.
That's it.
And mount it in the garage. I've seen that before.
You walk outside.
You go, there it is.
I know. Yeah.
I don't feel like doing the engine. I don't want to do the brakes. I just want to see the front end of it.
Right. Yeah.
That's all.
The first guy I ever went to work for in the insurance business, his name was Carlos Sutton. And he had red hair. Not a Carlos. You have a mental picture of a Carlos Sutton.
Yeah.
And so he said, I think when my daddy was out of town, I think a traveling salesman, encyclopedia salesman came through, and that's where I came from.
He didn't believe. Okay, all right.
Right. So great guy. But he used to say, where people would say, you have this dream board where you put a picture of a car up or an airplane or golf clubs that you want, all that stuff. His approach was, go buy the car and put it in your garage. Then figure out how to pay for it. How to pay for it. So.
Yeah, I think that's a smart thing too. Having a bill motivates you.
Right.
If you really want to be successful,
I don't know.
And you have a fear of, if you're concerned, like I was always worried about not making enough money. So if you give me a bill, I'll pay it. I'm not a guy that'll welch on a bill.
Right.
So if I create a bill, it's a weird, probably Freudian technique. That's what they do with children. It's sad, right? It's the same thing that they do with kids. We're going home. We're leaving without you, right? The parent will do that.
Yeah.
I probably had a lot of that in my life. Someone was going to leave without me. This word FOMO that they use today.
I've never
it's
heard
a fear of missing out.
Oh, I didn't know.
A lot of people say FOMO, right?
FOMO. Okay.
I've had it since I was a baby, right? Right. I would probably, I don't know this. I'm just assuming that's because I'm still like this. I probably saw cribs that I couldn't ever lay in. I want to eventually have a crib like that.
So is FOMO kind of like the word diss?
No.
Well, diss.
Well, it's all slang, yeah.
It's slang.
It's slang.
I mean, yeah.
It's slang.
I remember I thought it was dish.
Dish you?
So you're dishing me. You don't want to dish me. Don't make me get off this bar stool.
There was a word,
Fuck the dish.
slang word named dish, like when
There
you were
was.
gossiping. So these words come around. What's the word in work comp that people use that no one knows? Is there some slang that
There's
we don't know?
Look, I don't know it if there is.
Work
I mean, I
comp
got
is
like
slang, right? Because it's workers' compensation.
Yeah, but I mean, I have about a 400 word vocabulary, so I kind of keep it really tight.
Thank God for AI. You're gonna.
I'm not
It's
the new word every day guy, right? You come up with a new word and you try to use it on somebody. I can't do that.
my father used to
just
make
too
me
much.
quiz him in the car with a little tiny book that he had. He goes, "I want you to. You read a word and I'll give you the definition." This wasn't fun
Oh.
for an 8-year-old kid in a Ford Granada.
Did you ever punish your kids like that?
No.
I did.
No, I mean the way I punish I punished them in creative ways.
Yeah.
You know, like I remember when I took his Xbox controller from him and gave him one with a cord. He didn't like that
Oh,
because it was wireless, and he was
Right,
like, "I'm
right.
I'm attached to the machine." I go, "Yeah."
right.
I go, "I'll knock you back to Atari if you don't behave.
Oh,
You'll be playing Pong. You never play Pong? It's just it's like two
Yeah.
paddles and a ball. It's nothing." But I've made him read. Remember Napoleon Hill or
that's-
Andrew Carnegie?
that's exactly what I was gonna say.
I used
Yeah.
to make them read.
yeah.
You know,
I would.
be a good kid
Take
and
my-
read this book.
Yeah. Well, I would take them to school in the morning, and I would put the 8-track in of Zig Ziglar. I mean, it was always something.
I like Zig,
Zig is awesome.
his voice,
So
you know, and his mannerisms, and you need a checkup from the neck up.
yeah.
You know, he came up with these things.
He had the greatest lines. He did. I know.
So you don't need FOMO. You just need Zig.
There's a
Zig
lot
can
of
give
great
you
lines
all your
from
words.
Zig's. I was talking to my daughter this morning, Jen, and I can't remember what came up about having this conversation. But she remembers a story I used to tell them when they were kids, because I was a single dad with 3 kids. You probably know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, but
They
I've
did
I've
not-
met
yeah.
people like you.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. So anyway, but when they were small, I used to tell them the stories about the Vandiver man. Yeah. He's about 8 feet tall. He has
Oh, boy.
the head the size of a grapefruit. And sometimes you'll see him staring in your bedroom window.
Whoa. Is this some old Florida Lakeland
This is
lore
what it
that?
kinda is where I grew up in Orange Grove.
Yeah.
But then I just kind of carried it on. We knew, well,
There's another
But
thing they
that's-
talk about. There's
you should-
the Slim Man or something that's
yeah.
it was the
Well-
latest one. There's always a man out there
Well,
that you want to
parents-
scare your kids with.
Right. Well-
Santa used to be one too, by the way.
but not many people.
In Germany, they have Santa or they have this other thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, look it up.
I don't want to look it up. I like the Vandiver man story. It's like
Vandermeer.
Vandiver. The
Vandiver.
man, I don't even know where it
Is
came
that
from.
something you made up?
Yes, I think we did.
I used to have a thing called Suspension Man. I was the guy I was in the pool on a
Yeah.
float, and I would suspend in the water.
right.
And my kids, I said, if you want, Suspension Man won't come at you unless you touch his float. So they would try to swim and touch my float, and then I would come at them.
Oh, yeah, in the pool.
Right?
Yeah.
Suspension Man.
Break
And they
that.
still, to this day, do not like the idea
Of a
of Suspension Man.
Okay.
It's fun to have children, isn't it? It's the whole reason.
It is awesome. I got to tell you. So let's go. You ready to get started?
We are started. This is good
we
stuff. This is better than the work comp stuff. This
Oh,
is
you do? Okay.
this is good stuff. Are you kidding me? This is the stuff they want to know about Duke. The behind the scenes Duke. You deal with Florida people mostly, right? It's a Florida game.
I got people all over the country.
But what's your percentage of Florida
the most
people?
Most of the business is in Florida.
So let's
Thank
cater to
goodness.
them. Let's really
Okay, let's do it.
Let's make sure that they know.
That-
Let's play a little Skinnerd while we're doing this and talk about some moss oak hanging from the tree and
So
your
what-
orange groves that you lived under.
Grady Judd.
Grady, he's got his own game though. He doesn't need our help.
Grady.
You want him to help you.
What I'm saying about Grady is he's now got this thing called Coffee with Grady in the mornings.
Yeah.
So he takes a perp that was arrested the day before.
And his coffee with him?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you send him a coffee mug, like if I give him a Duke Sucks coffee mug,
Yeah, he'll drink
he
out
would
of
say,
it.
Hey, this is from Duke. Duke Mills, Duke Sucks, right?
Let me ask you something because you made me think of something. Injured on the job. I was looking this up. I needed something interesting to talk about the guys one time, and I said, the contractors.
Yeah.
But if you get injured, when Aaron Rodgers got injured I think he was on. I don't know if he was on the Packers at that time, but he can collect comp.
They actually do sell.
They can collect comp.
They can. Yeah, they sell workers' comp.
Does an
for
NFL
athletes.
player ever had the nerve to ask for another $400 a week?
With that, you know what? I think if you're getting ready to get cut, and you know it. That's the old. Oh, I think I hurt my back.
66
Thing, right?
and 2/3
Yeah.
is what I need.
It's
But the
$400.
max, there's a max.
There's a max. So I really think these guys have disability insurance too. But
Well, they got everything, but I'm saying they're going to get paid by the NFL because
Yep.
all those guys still get paid
contract. Yeah.
under contract, but they can also amazingly still claim workers' comp.
They can.
That's crazy.
Every once in a while I'll get a call from like some like low-level soccer team or something that they need workers' comp. Right?
Yeah.
They're paid athletes, but
They need comp, what, for the players?
Yeah, for the players.
Huh.
Yeah.
It must be a part of a deal, like a negotiating deal that
I
they
don't
wanted.
know. But I never really get involved in that stuff. It's kind of not the stuff.
Wouldn't that give you like a different jewel in your crown?
I don't care.
You want a
I'd rather work with
crown, but you
contractors.
like your crown?
Yeah.
You got the contractor crown already.
I got a good bunch of contractors. And I'm going to tell you, so that's what I was going to talk about. Because it's like, since I've seen you and Ryan, it's kind of like, what's going on now that's causing grief for contractors? So there's a couple of things. So probably over the last 2 years, and this is what I'd say to these contractors. If you hire an exempt contractor, right?
Yeah.
It's one guy, or they can have more. You can have up to 3 officers. They can exempt themselves. So what the carriers are doing, they audit the policies. So you're the contractor, you hire me, I'm exempt, right?
Right.
So now the auditor goes, give me the certificates. Well, there you go. Duke's got an exemption. What did you pay Duke last year? This is really a true story out of one of your Sarasota classes several years ago.
Oh, yes.
And so they say, well, you paid Carmen paid Duke $400,000. He was a plumber. We believe that Duke had more employees doing this job. And this was actually somebody that attended your class that caught me.
Boy.
And they said, look, can you help me with this? Because I brought it up. And they said, yeah, I got hit with an audit. Plumber. Their pool builder, they hired a plumber. The plumber was exempt, but they paid the plumber $450,000
It's a lot of money
for a plumber.
for a plumber. And this is over a year or a job. How long did they look
I
at
don't
that?
care if the guy worked 40 hours a week.
For a year?
For a year,
$450,000.
$450,000. When you talk about
Yeah, but is this a year time frame they're talking
Yeah,
about?
12
Okay.
months.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
there's
the audit
no.
period.
I mean, if that was true, Mike Rowe could make a hell of a case for getting young guys
exactly.
into the
You start
plumbing
getting
business.
trades. You could have doctors saying, I don't want to practice medicine anymore.
$450.
Become a
We're all going to be plumbers.
Anyway, so I told her, I can't help you. They're not supposed to be able to do it, right? So these carriers are saying, if you're a tile guy, if you paid him over $75,000, we believe he had a helper, and so we're going to charge you a premium. So this is happening.
Yeah.
And so I spoke the Florida Association of Independent Agents. So I'm a consultant for them, for the agents. And as I'm talking to these agents last June, I told these agents, they can't do that to your clients. It doesn't say that a carrier can make up a number and say, you paid this tile guy.
Oh, they
$100,000.
can't accuse?
That's what they're doing.
So it's the burden of proof is on the carrier?
You know what the carriers are doing? It's kind of like, who can step on you and who can you step on?
Yeah. And they do it without, you're saying there's no legal right, but because of it's kind of like, I know that if I go and do something within my rights at my aunt's house, if she tells me I can't do it, I can't do it. Because she's got the power there.
Right, yeah.
And I want to come back for another cannoli or some meatballs, but she's got some weird rules that I got to follow.
Yeah.
That are
How old is your aunt?
She's 85,
Okay.
and she'll say things that you probably will be amazed by, but you're like, I just want a cannoli, so I'm going to listen to these things.
Oh, right. Yeah. Just grab the cannoli and run. You can't do that. If you did that,
You got to stay.
You got to stay.
There's a certain amount of time.
There.
You know there's a certain amount of time allotted, right? So, yeah, I understand what you're saying is that, but this happens in almost all business, right? It's kind of like the casting couch back in the day when, and maybe it goes on today still.
Where does a casting couch come from? Or comp audit? I mean,
Because you're saying the carrier is exerting pressure that they legally don't have.
Yeah.
So do producers and directors.
Yeah.
So do casting agents.
Yeah. What was the guy's name?
So does anybody who says, I'm going to do this for you, but I want this from you as a favor.
Yeah.
The quid pro quo people. This goes on in every business. It's just not work comp.
This is your family, right? Up in Cleveland. Like they would say, if you pay me, I'll make sure your windows don't get broken.
Do you want this garbage contractor or not?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Well, I need a roof on my house.
Right. So yeah, it is that way. But now this thing has it's expanded, past just the exemption. So I'm going to go back and kind of tell you, I give this talk to these contractors about people, their subs that are using a PEO.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's the risk of a contractor using a subcontractor that's in an employee leasing company or a PEO.
Right.
That if one of their employees that they don't have on the payroll, they're paying them cash, that employee gets injured, you, the contractor, the claim goes to you.
Yeah.
And that's a big deal, really big.
No, yeah.
So now in 2024, some rules got changed by NCCI that says when you get a subcontractor and he's in a PEO, when you get a certificate, it's got to have all the employees' names on it. So I knew it got changed, but I didn't realize there was going to be a problem. I'm in an audit up in Gibsonton, one of my clients. And so they're asking, who'd you sub work out to? And one of them was a trucking company that hauls all their stuff. They have a lot of steel that they fabricate. And so they go, you paid this trucking company. I want to know how many people, here's a certificate, they're using a PEO. You paid them $500,000 last year. I want to see how many people on there. When they sent the certificate with the number of people, they only had 2.
Mm.
So now they're trying to go back and charge them premium, saying there had $500,000 that you paid them, there had to be more than 2.
So once, I see what you're saying too, once this becomes a standardized practice, all these carriers, this is a new revenue source for them.
That's absolutely right. That is absolutely right.
Once the precedents start, then how far they go back, they probably have an unlimited number of cases that they can't even handle. There's so many of them.
They are. So I'm like in the last maybe 4 or 5 months, I'm going to go through problems that we've been facing in our office that like changes in the rules. So I think I'm on NCCI. They come up with the class codes. And
you're still on the board?
No, I'm not. No, I'm.
What do you want?
Task force.
A task force. Okay.
A classification.
Is that out of Sarasota?
Out of Boca.
It's out of Boca. Okay.
So anyway, and what happened? This goes back several years pre-COVID. They told NCCI, look, we're not going to just take it. When you send us a new change in employee classification or you add a new classification, we need you to put a task force together.
Mm-hmm.
And so.
Is that appointed by the governor?
Nope. Look, this is something they had to do. I'm a box that they have to have checked.
Okay.
That's it. So anyway, so this was all of about maybe 4 months ago. They call me. So I got these 2 ladies at NCCI. We Teams call, and chat.
Yeah.
So they're saying, here's what we're going to do, Duke. We've got a new class. What we're going to do is anybody doing mold remediation. There's no code for it, right? We're going to put them in the asbestos abatement code.
Jeez.
No shit. Excuse me.
Wow.
That's the truth. Now you think about this. So I'm reading.
I don't know the number for asbestos, but I imagine it's
I can tell
high.
you what it's 3 times the price. So I'm saying to these ladies, I go, look, 5 years ago, I couldn't even say mesothelioma.
Yeah.
I couldn't even say it. Now it rolls off. You know,
This bug is bothering me now.
I know, I see it. It just rolls off now. Because
Yeah,
of the
it's
flavor.
common. It's because of the commercials.
Do you see a law firm saying, "Do you have a mold spore?"
They're going to.
They're not. That stuff goes in and out of your body.
No, I'm saying like once oh my God, Duke, have you not paid attention to what they're going after now? All the things they're going after now?
We can run down that rabbit hole because I got more than that.
I'm gonna have to look at it again. I just get every time I see a new commercial about who they're gonna go after, I'm like, wow, where does
So-
this lead eventually?
So I'm challenging that, right? To these two ladies. I'm going, forget about it.
It's
That's
very
not-
high.
it's
It's
not
too
fair.
high.
That's just not fair. So I say to them, I go, look, you need to create a code for that. And what that means is people that get this mold spore,
Yeah.
they go to the doctor, then that's how they build a rate. They go, okay, you had this much in medical expenses or lost time, wages. And so here's what they say to me, Duke, you know what, if I go back to these actuaries to tell them that we need to build a rate, probably takes 5 years plus to build a rate on it.
That's on them.
Well, that's what I said. And I'm like,
it's your business.
so it's kind of like the actuaries are like the chef in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right? You're afraid to bring something back to them because they're going to,
They're gonna scream.
they're going to go crazy on you, right?
It's a bunch of spoiled, entitled accountants.
That's what, yeah. So, but you think about this. So now I reach out to the believe it or not, there's a mold association. Right?
Yeah.
And the guy that runs it's out of Orlando. So I called him about it. And he goes, look, I got a radio show on Monday nights in Orlando. I want to bring you on this radio show. I go, yeah, absolutely. So I'm thinking, all right, it's a little bit, it's kind of like us sitting there talking, right? I'm just telling you, when I pulled up to this radio station, 6:20 a.m., you could be sitting in the parking lot and try to tune
You
in.
couldn't get in.
You couldn't even be able to pick it. Maybe if it was up in the Panhandle on I-10, where you lose reception of everything if you don't have Sirius.
Wow.
And all you can do is find an AM station somewhere. But anyway, so I spent an hour on the doing a radio show with him. But that's the stuff I think.
I know what you're saying, though. You're right. The mold is way less. I don't know what the term would be. Dangerous.
Yeah, right.
I had a pepper yesterday had a definite black spot on it. And I said to Kelly, I go, and I always defer to my wife. If there's mold on food,
Yeah.
I don't know the rules. I mean, isn't cheese mold?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So she goes, just cut it off and eat the pepper.
Oh, so she's saying you don't
Just
want to
cut it off.
But you don't want to eat any of it. Is that what you're
I
saying?
ate it.
Oh, you did.
I did.
But you cut it off.
I cut the black part off.
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah.
I'm not going to throw it away. We had a whole bag of them. They were all black. So I got to eat some
That
of them.
happens in my refrigerator.
Yeah. If I threw away the blackberries and the raspberries with the mold on it,
Yeah.
and they sell it in Publix. Publix is selling these things. So I know they're 2 for 1 or 2 for 5 for a reason, or 3 for 5 for a
Yeah.
reason.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
because they're on their last day.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
But you're going to eat them with some mold on it. So I'm not sure what mold we're talking about. It's too general of a term. They're going to have to name the mold exactly for what you're talking about.
Oh,
like
okay.
if you're in a house with drywall and has
Yeah.
mold, that black mold that's on the back end of
Yeah,
it,
that's
there's a name for it.
Oh, there is.
They're-
Okay.
They can't just say any mold. They can't. They're going to have to define it a little better. You're on this task force. You're going to have to look.
I'm not even. I don't
Hold
think
their
I have
feet to the
define
fire.
it. I just got to say.
That's
no.
another credit for you, by the way. I can't. This is something else I'm going to brag about to my contractors. That Duke holds the NCCI to the fire, their feet to the fire on
Right.
making sure those classifications are very specific, so you don't get overcharged for your
Look,
workers' comp.
Okay, let me tell you what this task force means. Right? I think I shared this.
I want a
story with-
jacket with a task force on it. I want you to come
Oh,
in with
yeah.
like an FBI guy,
Oh yeah, with a-
Packed,
across the
strapped
back.
with-
Yeah, right.
at least with Lysol to kill mold,
I'll
something.
need, like a bulletproof vest underneath. Just got to look.
Look, people
the
get
part.
crazy.
We got to open carry.
They
now.
get
I can
cra-
carry something too.
It's
while-
legal. Yeah, it's legal.
So this was this during COVID, and I think I talked about it. So the story really, I'm going to tie the contractors into it. The story was they were saying that at car dealerships, the service underwriter, that's in the back. that
Yes,
lights up,
I know who
somebody
he
got
is.
White shirt, he or her, they're all dressed up. You go, look, I want to get my oil changed on my car. And so they write it up. Well, typically you say that person's a salesperson, really inexpensive rate, clerical.
I see.
That's what they do. They
Right,
write it up.
right.
So NCCI came back and they said, look, if it's a body shop, or a mechanic shop, we're going to put them in the mechanic code, which is way higher, right, than the sales code. So they're telling me the story. Or if you take your car into a body shop, same thing. They're going to make that. I go, look, these
How do they
people,
justify this?
they don't even know where the oil filter is. This is what's I know.
Is it
What's
because of
going on behind
they have a pen that's dangerous?
So
What are they using that's so dangerous?
So here's my comment to them.
My guy's in an air conditioned building, by the way. My service underwriter.
I know. That's what I mean. And they always seem to have good hair too. Have you ever noticed? They just everything's
Some of them.
perfect.
Well, I don't know what they're doing in that job then.
Yeah. They should. So anyway, I'm saying to them, I go, how do you justify that? They're in a cubicle most of the time. They go, well, they have exposure. They walk through the shop.
Yeah.
I go, okay. So does the owner. Doesn't make them a mechanic, right? So what happens when I say that? It's like nobody's saying anything, right? So I say, kind of follow it up with, so you know what's interesting? You can take a roofer. He's got a sales guy. Climbs on the roof, right? He's still a sales guy.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Yeah,
said,
he is.
They said, not for long.
Look,
Now.
They have to start realizing the culture that we live in. Nobody can appropriate anybody else's anything, whether it's culture, religion, or career or job. I am a sales guy. I am not. I identify. You just use their terms back on them. I identify as a sales manager,
Right.
even when I'm on a roof.
Right. Well, but let me tell you where that's
Let's say I pick up a
leading.
shingle and I got a nail gun in my hand. Whole
Right.
different game.
That's different. So, but here's where I think that's leading, and this is why contractors, I think, really need to pay attention. Is, okay, now you got a cabinet guy, sales guy.
Right.
He walks in your house. He measures for the cabinets. He's not doing them. What are they going to do then?
He's just a
make him a
sales
cabinet
guy. Can't be.
That I'm just telling you. This is
Well,
a slippery
there
slope.
has to be some type of, again, this is why associations get formed. This is what I've always said to the contractors. You need a Florida Licensed Contractors Association, so you have more than an individual fighting these monstrosities.
Right.
You got to have an association like NAHB or NCC or ABC or AGC or PHCC. One of these groups has to fight for you. If you're a painter, you join the painting and decorating contractors.
Right. And I think, look, they have ABC. I think I spoke at one of the ABC contracts.
Will they get involved in that stuff?
They need to.
You know, because they do a lot of stuff that I think is fluff
Yeah.
to keep the association open. And I've done a lot of these events where a lot of it is about, you know, a party or a PAC group supporting a politician that might do. But if the actual group got involved in, I'm not saying a protest, but some push, you know, because we're controlled by these lobbyists, and you know the biggest lobbyist in the state is the one that represents the insurance company. I can't think of their name.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
also
simple
the
simple
Bar
name.
Association. They're a
But the biggest
powerful
one
lobby.
is the insurance group,
Right. Yeah. So let's.
and we're all being killed by insurance.
So there's another class code I'm working on, and it's for timeshare. People in timeshare business. I'm not going to get into the nitty gritty details, but I'm talking to the association up in D.C. and I got a really good piece of advice. They go, and the majority thing about Florida, tons of timeshares, right?
Yeah.
We got a lot of voters in Florida. That's where you need to be in Tallahassee. That's where you'll get stuff changed. I mean, that's the leverage, right? So that's what they're saying for me to do. And at the end of the day, I can argue.
What's
over
the
this.
timeshare issue?
It's believe it or not, they classify salespeople under like the same code that you've got a maintenance guy working or a housekeeper working. They throw all of them in that one class code, and I'm going. These sales guys should not be. They're
What is the logic behind this? What started this?
It's insurance companies.
They just are looking for more revenue?
They're saying, yeah, we're going to classify a salesperson the same as we have a maintenance guy working on an air conditioner.
But usually they got a logical reason that doesn't make any sense that they use, and then they actually pass it, even though that reason has no support. They still somehow.
Who's resisting?
That's the problem.
And you know what?
Who's resisting? I like that.
It was me.
I like that.
And I made the
Who's
comment
resisting?
to these
The
two
task
ladies.
force guy is resisting. That's what's happening.
Yeah. The one member of the task force, just that one.
Are you the only guy on the task force?
I never
Are you the
asked.
only person?
I don't know.
You don't even know there's.
I don't know.
You don't even know
But
there's.
I could-
You said a force.
That's what they said. We're putting a task
It's just
force.
you?
It could be. Really do think it is, right? So
I was thinking of a league of people.
I would think so, right? I kind of I would be leading the rest of the task force.
Yeah, I mean you're short, but yeah.
Hur
Could
kind
you
of
imagine
thing.
if you
Oh,
were the
yeah.
front of the task
Oh
force?
yeah, I know.
But
But I
it's-
have to be in the front because if anybody's taller,
You're going to be covered up.
You can't see me. So
The task force league it's a justice league. You're trying to find justice.
it is right.
But do you have any power? Do they?
That's
have
a
you ever?
perfect question. I'm so glad you asked it because when I said this is back during COVID, I'm going through a bunch of other class codes, and I make the comment. I go, "You going to make any changes based on
What you said?
what I said?" See how you're laughing? That's what they were doing on this Teams call.
Right.
They were
Right. Right.
They go, "No, we're not going to make any changes.
We just need you
We have
to dissent.
we have a
And
box to check, and you're it."
I see. Could you imagine if you blew that job up way bigger than they ever thought?
Well,
That somehow you made this task force thing big in the eyes
So
of,
I
let's
start
say, and I
recruiting-
say the governor only because the other day I'm on the CILB page. There's all the boards, right?
right, yeah.
Then the governor appoints everybody to a board. If it's
Right.
the construction board or electrical board, whatever board it is, there's a board for barbers, everything. The governor is the one that appoints them.
governor.
The governor. It's a lot of vacancies. There's a lot of vacancies.
Why do you think that is?
There's no pay.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do that. I know. Yeah,
There's no pay.
It's just
I mean,
it's a resume.
I guess, and I've
That's really-
I've discussed this in class for 30 years. Why would you want to be on the board? Well, I think you should do this because if you have an
Right.
interest in the way Florida gets built,
right.
and you have an interest in your business, you should be part of it. And it's not that big of a commitment,
Right.
but it kind of is. It's traveling sometimes. They used to stay at some of the beautiful, they had the Ritz in Sarasota they stayed at.
Yeah.
Now, because of COVID, they have the excuse of we're going to do this over the phone. So it's not as glamorous maybe anymore. But the thing is, I'm saying is the governor has, it's a position that appointed by the biggest
Right.
man in the state.
Right. Yeah.
So you would think that the board has power, which they do. So this task force thing, created by the state or created by who?
The Department
Because the
of
NCCI
Insurance-
is who? It's a private group, right?
NCCI is the group that comes up with the classifications.
But are they private or
They're-
public?
No, they're a private company. They're not public company. They're a private company. But it is so they are just kind of governance. They're not enforcement, right? So, but I've said this for a long time.
Because they recommend it to who? Their rate. They
Say
decide.
to the state.
Here's
"Hey,
the rate
look,
that we
here's
should-
what the rate should be for a carpenter. Here's why I say I don't think they get along, because every time NCCI says I think we should roll the rates back 5%,
Yeah.
Office of Insurance Regulation, or just say the Department of Insurance, they come back and they go, it should be twice that, because they're pro-business. Those guys are pro-business, so they keep pushing back. NCCI's anyway.
Why are they mandated or required to exist? NCCI. Why doesn't the
Because
Department of
there's-
Insurance
well,
do it?
they-
Why
they
doesn't the
aren't
Office of Insurance do it
so
themselves?
Some states have their own version of NCCI. It's not. I think it's only in like 42 states or something across the country. But it's who's gonna manage the data? Who's gonna come up with the rates? Meaning, so carriers have to file all their loss data, their payroll data, so they can make sure that the rates are high enough to pay.
So they come out with the rate after all this data, and then a governing body says, "Yeah, we know you went through the numbers, but no."
Yeah.
That's what they're doing to
Well,
you.
it's actuaries versus actuaries. But so, anyway, that,
And we actually, I mean, I know there's two sides to this, right? We've been kind of under a good time for contractors with Workcomp rates.
it's been great for them.
It's been good.
Absolutely.
Now for agents, it's been how has that been? Harder?
Oh, yeah. Because you think about it, Carmen, forever, I did only work comp. The work comp rates have rolled back about 75% in
Wow.
the last 20 years. So, but what's happened to,
And I don't think that's been celebrated or like talked about enough.
you know what happens is work comp rates roll back 5 or 8%, and your auto insurance goes up 20. So it's not like the employer's going, and I can put some more money back in my pocket.
Because he looks at it as one thing, insurance.
It is.
It's a line item called
It is.
insurance.
It is. So, and you know what? So payrolls are going up. So with us, now we do everything, right? So now we were bought out last year by a Century and Foundation Risk Partners, which I think you know about this. I wish I would have done this 5 years ago.
Really?
I'm telling you, it is. Well, you think about it. I've been just like that one guy, you know.
You're used to that. You're a one-man task
I'm
force.
one man,
You're
that's exactly right.
everything.
I'm the one, yeah. So, but the backup, and I'm not here to just start rambling on about those guys, but what they've done is given us opportunities. So all these clients that we've done the workers' comp on, we just talked about.
It scares me when you talk like this.
What does that mean?
Well, you know, you were independent, and now you have a daddy that's looking over
Yeah,
you, and
I
you're
mean, you know
happy.
what?
You have a parent company. You're happy.
You know what? Those guys are really, really good to me.
Next, it'll be AI over the parent company.
That's exactly right. Yeah. What's worse is private equity.
And I should have, and I
worse
wish I
than
would have got in with AI earlier because it's been
know.
so nice to me. I love Grok.
I'm with you.
That's what people are going to do.
Oh, I told you the story about my buddy, the roofer, you know, up in the Panhandle. And he's got AI. He's got a bot answering the phone. Her name is Penny. And when I asked Penny,
She nice?
she's confused. She's very confused because I had to call back twice because I said, I need to speak to Jim.
You know,
She
some
sends me
people,
to
the people that answer the phones, right? They could use a little AI.
Look, you know, forever up until we were bought out, I said we're always going to have a real person answering the phone, right? We put you on hold. You're
It's
gonna
a
have little
mistake.
Jack Johnson music
It's a
playing.
mistake.
I know.
A real person's a mistake.
A real person.
We know
They
that.
Screw up. I know.
Right? So that's all it is.
Wow.
Well, I appreciate you having me, Carmen
Right.
Surisillo from Contractors Educational Services, also known as Construction Comedy School, on this podcast.
Well, thanks for sitting in with me, Carmen.
And-
Duke Mills with Workcomp Solutions, who I'm also an instructor at your classes.
That's right.
So I'm looking forward to those.
Oh, we're going to have a good time. Next year, we're going to kick it off again. Everyone's looking forward to seeing you. You are the king of work comp. You're the top work comp agent in the country, voted by some important group, and a member of one of the most important task forces in Florida.
That's right. Exactly.
Making
right.
sure that no one overpays for their workers' comp.
That's
I
what I
appreciate
do.
that you have me here.
All right. Well, go check it out, and we'll do it again in a month or so.
All right.